What's going on, guys? Kulprit here. Welcome to another episode of After Action Review, the series where I go back, I live comment over one of my gameplays to tell you about what I like, what I don't like, what I did right, what I did wrong. Hopefully I can learn from it with your input, and then maybe some of you out there watching will learn from mine. Now today, well, actually, let me just go right into the intro at Lancang Dam Domination. You see I'm using Ace 23. This, I just want to show you the intro. This is how the matches start. Now, especially when you're over here on this bad spawn, you have to run across this wide open courtyard. Be aware, sometimes it's better to just turn right, engage the enemy, because if you have a smart enemy, they're going to turn left and they're going to chew you up as you cross the courtyard while the rest of their team kind of goes and starts to cap. That's kind of Lancang in a nutshell there. Really bad spawns, you kind of got to combat that. So I want to talk a little bit today and show you guys something different. Now, I'll be honest with you, this gameplay is not one I would typically show on YouTube. It can be a little boring. And the reason for that is we're playing in a really tough server. I'm playing with a couple buddies of mine, Philos, Frenzy. I don't say these things out loud very often. Cam Bacon and Will It Go Boom. I've been playing with Philos, Frenzy quite a bit. And I met these guys through him. Really good players, strong players, PTFO players. I enjoy playing Domination with them a lot. They're on a lot. It works out really good. We're not in audio comms at all, but we kind of know each other. They all play. They know how to play. They play the right way. Again, that's why I like playing with them. So, and I do too. We lost a couple close matches earlier in previous maps. So here we're kind of going tryhard mode. And you see me here. What happens is, obviously I told you, I got the medic, the assault kit. I got my Ace 23. Got my tryhard boots laced up tight, and you see here I'm holding. I go in, like I said, I try to run a little, shield for them at the spawn, let our blues kind of get across the courtyard, go get A. I then work towards C, and now you see me, and I believe it's Will It, holding C now through this window. I like to hold this window when I'm in my kind of tryhard mode. Again, it's kind of boring. It's kind of boring to play. It's kind of boring for you guys to watch, but this is my power position for C. Now you see we had him triple capped. There was no reason for me to go anywhere. There's just no reason to move. I'm going to sit here, I'm going to hold C with my physical presence and then look down on B and help hold that. As long as you have someone else with you and, competent team members that are going to spot people, you shouldn't get back range. But you got to check back like I'm doing here every now and then, because they will. They're going to come around on you. Obviously, they might spawn down there below the steps, down by the trailers and stuff, and their natural progression is going to be coming on C. So you got to be a little paranoid about it. It's good to be a little paranoid and obviously check both stairs, because once you kind of nade the one, here you go. Now, I understand this looks kind of campy, and, I don't consider it camping, but I understand how that guy may be running in, seeing me here, is going to be, what a darn camper, But listen, I mean, you watch the gameplay. Again, I'll tell you right now, it's kind of boring, kind of slow, but this is me in tryhard mode. This is me when I want to win the match. I don't care about my score. I don't care about other people's opinion. I'm tired of losing. I've lost probably 2 matches in a row here. The lobby wasn't very balanced at all. It was pretty stacked the other side, but us playing really hard together kind of balanced it out in a sense. So, but we lost. We don't usually lose when we're all together, which is kind of irritating, to lose some. So I was like, that's it. We're gonna play hard, and this is what you do. I'm figuring here. I believe it's at least 12v12, 24-minute server. It's probably 32 actually. So 16v16. If me and Will It here can hold C, and then Philosophy and Cam Bacon can go hold another one, it doesn't matter what our blues do, but it doesn't always work out that way, because, to be straight up honest with you, I have no idea what the rest of our team is doing here. I have no idea. I'm just going to say maybe Christmas noobs, something like that. I don't know. I feel like if I wasn't physically holding it, or my squad, it was going to get recapped right away. And I know that's kind of characteristic of Domination in a nutshell, but it was really bad in this match. It was really frustrating. But again, we've got the burn, we've got 2 flags. I'm playing defensive. Remember, I've told you guys in Battlefield 4, my playstyle has changed. I used to play more of an aggressive rusher. I was never a slayer or anything like that. So I guess we're gonna use sporting terms. I wasn't a striker or forward. I was more like a midfielder, attacking midfielder. I would like to apply pressure and stuff like that, but I was never the guy behind enemy lines and stuff. Always pushing the objectives, always applying pressure to the enemy. In Battlefield 4, I'm playing more kind of the anchor role, more midfielder role, where I stay back, I try to hold objectives, make it really hard for them to take objectives, these types of things. And this I felt like kind of really illustrated that pretty good for you guys, what I mean by that. Now, again, like I always say, I'm, open to feedback, please, if you see me doing things, especially some of you guys that may do a little more competitive and things like that, because this is kind of competitive mode, and it's funny because I do watch a lot of competitive Battlefield 4, as much as I can, level BF and stuff like that. Brett FX, if you're not familiar with it, go check him out. He shoutcasts a lot of level BF stuff, and his channels are really good for that. So I've seen myself using a lot of the positions I see those guys use, and they're really like the window on C into B, that kind of stuff. Really good spots to use and use to your advantage and chew up the enemy here. Now you see, we've got A and C. They're on B. This is actually what I want when I'm on C, because now I know they're going to be in B in that area, and I should get some kills. Again, my aim is not exactly what I want it to be. always working on that. I need to play more is what it comes down to. But you basically see the continuing theme here is, you know, me and usually one of my squad mates are on C. The other two are pushing another objective. Now, again, you see we're, what, almost 100-point lead, 90-point lead, something like that here. We're doing pretty good. So it's playing defensive, like I said, playing that anchor role. I'm making sure we don't get squad wiped, we don't lose our perks. We cannot get 3-capped, because, you know, on this map it's really tough if you're 3-capped, because you get really bad spawns, you have to spawn far out, and you have to cross a courtyard. We actually had literally just played this map. It was double map rotation kind of thing, and we got spawn trapped because we got triple capped. We ended up getting really terrible spawns, and the team was very, very sniper heavy. And they had a couple really good snipers, which I was, to be honest with you, I was a little suspicious of, but I don't really point fingers. I'll let you judge which one you think I'm talking about. And we literally got spawn trapped on domination. It's kind of crazy. Here you see I'm deviating from my strategy. I like holding that window, I've told you. You know, holding that door. It was getting a little hot with all the nade spam. I saw there was a lot of blues around us. Pop out a window and go get something else. I mean, obviously you see here my teammates have already now gotten A, which is pretty nice. But that doesn't mean you can't go over here and just attack from a different route. I probably should have went a different way, attacking the main building or just something like that. But I figured I can't hold C. There's too many bluebies over there and stuff like that. And, you know, there's too much nade spam. This guy, I don't know how he didn't get me. I'm going to at least go hold A. Even if I don't advance and take B, my mindset here is still we're doing fine. I mean, we've lost, they had us almost triple cap for a little bit there, at least double cap. We lost some points. See, we're up about 60 now. So we lost about 30 points there. That's a pretty big margin. I'm still thinking, all right, all we got to do is hold these flags. And again, I know I have competent squad mates, so I have confidence. I don't feel like I have to do it all. I do have the feeling like my squad has to do it all, because frankly we did, but you know, that happens, especially like I said, maybe the Christmas news, who knows. I really don't know. You know, some of the quality of Battlefield 4 is really waning now, I think, because people get frustrated. A lot of the good players moving on, and it kind of can be worse for wear, but you got to shrug it off, especially with me playing these smaller game modes like this. You can't get too riled up about stuff like that. You just got to play it as best you can. Here I am again. I kind of can tell. I saw a couple of my teammates' bodies. I knew they were to push it. I should never have moved there. Really rotten timing on myself, and then I failed the gunfight. If I had just stayed there, I was in the power position. They can't really nade you up, you know, through the doorway and up the stairs, so you're pretty, you know, safe from nades and things like that. Should just hold that position. If I'm going to go take that position, especially if I'm going to get a pick, even with suppressor, you know, they might not know that I'm there. I should have just stayed there until, you know, I knew the mini-map was clear, and I had a minute to breathe, and just, you know, the kind of rush had been over. I would have gotten, it looks like 2 or 3 more picks, probably at least. So, lesson of myself, stay there, hold the position. If you're in a power position, you're in a good spot. I know it can be boring and slow, but, you know, you should stay there anyway. Here, again, I'm almost getting overrun. I'm on C. I'm not really sure where my squad mates are. I'm certainly not sure where my teammates are. I don't understand why I'm up here by myself. Looks like my squad's below me. I see that now looking back. I probably didn't realize that at the time. They're probably fighting down below. I'm trying to just make sure I hold the flag, because again, now we have 1 flag, and the last thing I want to do is get triple cap. I'm still thinking we're in pretty good shape here. I'm thinking, you know, all you got to do, I hold C so the burn's not too bad. Let somebody flank around, because I do remember seeing all the guys outside right. That's why I come over here, trying to get a couple, you know, angles on people. So I'm hoping while we're doing this, someone is going to be flanking around and taking A. That's what this should be done. If you're not up here, you're not established, you're not in a good spot, think to yourself, well, what can I do for the team? Don't come and stack on your teammates. Don't come and get in the way, because you guys know player collisions and things, when you run into each other, it's terrible. It'll lag you out for like a second or two just for the collisions, and it's really terrible in a firefight to do that. So what you do is find yourself, you know, make yourself more useful somewhere else. Go flank, go take their gimme, go take another flag, something like that. You got to get that burn back. Here I feel like I get a little panicky. Starting to feel like I got to do more. I can't just play defensive. You see our tickets are burning. I don't, again, this is where I'm talking about. I don't really know what our team is doing. I'm basically holding that with, you know, Willett or Philo, you know, we're holding the flag. This is pretty bad here. I get a little, you know, decent back rage on it, but I still don't know why that Claymore didn't get me. Maybe it did go off, and then, yeah, see, just overrun. There's too many guys in an RC. We should be switching, adapting, and taking A and then moving to B. Doesn't really happen. It's kind of frustrating. That's, you know, what are you going to do? Especially when you're trying to win and you had a big lead. Now you see here, we're only up, I mean, a couple tickets, not much. I'm starting to play a little chicken with my head cut off, to be fair. I know I'm having a pretty good round, but it's like when you feel like you're having a pretty good round, this irritates me right there, because I suppose I could have been spotted, but I don't think I was. I was there. I was set up for him. I knew he was coming. Sure, I could put some of that on my bad aim, but how that guy knew I was there, how that guy got out while being shot, turned and took me in one hit, that's Battlefield 4 in a nutshell right there, guys. It's really frustrating. Again, you got to shake it off. You know, what are you going to do? I like to use these windows, obviously. You've seen me do it a lot. It's kind of mini flanks. You know, I like to always make sure the staircase is clear, too. And this is a pretty good spot. I didn't do it there, which is pretty bad. To use that staircase to check this hallway to the doors. You know, you can just kind of almost like a head glitch. Again, I'm almost in panic mode here, to be quite honest. I know I have to hold C because, again, we do not want to get triple capped. Here, I'm just kind of Ramboing it, seeing what I can do. I thought I might be able to sneak in and be there. I knew they had, you know, I didn't see any enemies. I felt like I should have seen some enemies. I didn't see any. So I was like, maybe I can sneak in, get the neutralize, and possibly a cap. Didn't work out, obviously. And luckily, we didn't lose C there. Like, that could have been game over right there. But as you see now, it is pretty much game over. They've kind of come all the way back now. They've blown by us in tickets, and we've never kind of gotten out of this double cap. And it's really disappointing watching this game back because we clearly could have won this. When I think about, you know, again, the quality of my squad mates, I love playing with these guys. They play the game really well. They play the game hard. They play the game right. And they're all good players single-handedly, you know. So anytime we're grouped up, I feel like we should win, especially when we jump out to a big lead like that. But I literally have no idea what our blues are doing. Now, I'm not blaming them. I don't want to shift blame on anybody. There's always things I can do, and that is the point of these videos. And, you know, I've talked to you a little bit about what I liked, what I did, what I think I can do better. So why don't you guys in the comments let me know some things I did that you didn't like? Try to be nice and throw some things in there you did like, and like I said, for that, through a whole group effort, maybe we can all learn a thing or two and get better at the game, because that is always my motivation in these. Like always, guys, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did like it this much, make sure you hit the like button, favorite, retweet it to your friends. It really helps me out. It helps me grow, which is obviously my main goal of my channel right now. But otherwise, guys, hope you're having fun. I'll talk to you soon. Take care.